Well, Joe's traumatized. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with Season 2, Episode 4 of Kid Cosmic. This puts us halfway in the season, and yeah, Joe has now personally witnessed Herodias destroying a planet. I I kind of said it last time, I believe, but if I saw that kind of shit happening before me, I would probably not be okay either, to be fair. But Joe's got some other problems going on as well, as stated last time and just in the past in general. Joe this season is trying way too hard to live up to the advice and suggestions of Queen Sean. And I get why. She wants to be the best leader she can now that she's been put in the role. But you don't do that by, one, just mindlessly emulating someone else. And two, you don't do that by kind of treating your team like shit. And we saw how poorly that ended up working last time. Queen Sean's advice, even though I still don't think it's like being given out of any ill will, is not good. It's not good advice. Every problem is just made worse by listening to that. Joe definitely needs some help with this, but she needs to seek assistance from her team, from her friends, from her mother, even. Not from Queen Jean. Like, it's okay to look up to Queen Jean to a degree, but when you put all this kind of pressure on yourself to emulate her because of just how cool you think she is, it's just not going to work properly. You're going to be led into a path that's not right for you. Because even if the advice was okay in some regard, it's like, it's still not right for her. Not everybody can and should lead in the same way. Different people have different methods and styles and ideas for leadership that they need to make their own. And whether that be for good or not is, up to the interpretation of said leader, but it's just something that they need to figure out. And asking someone else, like, what would you do in this situation, isn't going to help you. That's not what you need to figure out. That's not what you need to know. It's not what would they do. It's what should you do. And the only one who can help you truly figure that out is yourself. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all ends up getting resolved. Though I do think it's going to get a lot worse before it gets resolved, of course. Because that's usually how these kind of conflicts work. They don't get better until the character hits like a massive breaking point. They hit this point where it's just like everything goes wrong in the worst way, and they're not really given a choice but to realize how bad things have gotten. So, yeah. Fun. A lot to look forward to there. Oh, my. But I guess we'll see how it all gets handled. Because we have to... Excuse me. we have to figure all of this out and still set up for the third season. And I'm still not even thinking that Herodias is the main villain for this one. I still think he's not going to become the main villain until next season. So yeah. But all of that being said, I think we're going to get on with this and see what this episode has in store for us. I don't know if they're going to treat it like a mid-season finale, but we'll find out. In the meantime, though, I do want to remind you all that we have a lot of great content to check out on this channel. Every Monday through Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions. And on Mondays, we also have YouTube, or at least YouTube adjacent reactions. Really anything that doesn't quite fit into a full series or a movie reaction goes in that slot. It can be a short, special. That's the word I was looking for. Or like a mini series that's just not long enough to warrant a full series slot. Stuff like that. We also do movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday. They're recorded earlier in the week, but they are uploaded on the weekends just so that every day has something going on for it. And we're also currently playing through a couple of Let's Plays on the channel. Every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, we've been playing through Spider-Man 2. And it's been an absolute blast. If you're new to it, though, I will warn you that the first 9 parts, especially 5 through 9, have some audio issues, some sync issues, and various things like that. It's been my first time doing capture card Let's Play stuff, so I've had to figure things out, and because of that, the first 9 parts, unfortunately, were kind of testing ground. But starting with part 10 and on, everything seems to be fixed. We seem to be having no real issues anymore, so it's just 1 through 9, and especially 5 through 9. Just warning you ahead of time, letting you know. We're also playing, though, Anno Mutationum every Saturday. Anno Mutationum is a donation reward Let's Play for Matthew Vasquez. And if you wish to know how to engage with donation reward Let's Plays and donate for a Let's Play yourself for the PS5, there's a couple videos on the channel you can check out. The most recent, though, is the June Double Reward Month announcement video that also includes information on the PS5 game Let's Plays. If you go to the channel page and just search up PS5 and then June Double Reward Month in the same search, it should send you to the video. I don't see why it wouldn't. Should be fairly easy, and you can get all the information there. Or you can contact me via direct message on Discord. The Discord server is, as always, linked in the description below. Or you could just talk to me in the comments of a video. That's always a valid option as well. Whatever you're most comfortable with, honestly. That all being said, though, let us get on with this reaction and hope for the best with this episode. So, when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction because, yes, we do redirect all of our reactions on this channel. It's just because of how YouTube's copyright system is. You know how it goes. It's pretty terrible. So because of that, just to stay safe, to avoid any possible channel strikes, or even worse, a channel termination, I have dealt with that before and don't want to deal with it again. To avoid that stuff, we just kind of push everything off to another site. It sucks, I know, you want to be able to watch the reaction with as little clicks as possible, but it's at least super easy. You just click the one link in the description below and it takes you right to it. And on the plus side, this does mean that all of you, every single one of you, gets to see the full unedited reaction completely free. That's right. There's no Patreon, no paywall at all, and you don't even have to sync up your own copy. If you go to that link I mentioned in the description below, you'll just be able to find the full unedited reaction, no worries. And yeah, I think that's pretty neat because not every channel is able to get away with doing that. A lot of these reactors are, doing this as a full time job and need to make money, and they basically have to put it on YouTube as is. So, but I'm able to get away with it. So you can see the full unedited reaction for free, and I think that's pretty neat because it's just something I wish a lot of reactors did. But again, I understand why they can't. anyway, anyway, after you watch the reaction, you can come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will not only contain spoilers to the episode, but also just my general thoughts on the episode, the series, even other stuff related to the channel. It's always worth checking out. I would always suggest giving it a watch just in case, because it's going to include possibly some stuff that could be important. Or maybe it's just my thoughts on the episode. You never know. That all being said, though, as always, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. You want to know the interesting irony of this all? Joe is doing all of this and, following Queen Jean's orders and everything in order to be a good leader. The problem, and the problem that she herself is not seeing somehow, is that her team actively doesn't want the kind of leadership and whatnot she's showing here. Like, she's doing this to become a good leader and to get over her fears and stuff, which is fine. That's definitely something you want to do. But does she not realize that, like, by, like, her team and everyone coming in to stop her, it's like they don't want her acting like this? It's like, girl, do you not see that this is literally, no matter what it's doing for you, it's failing? As much confidence and everything that it's giving you, and it is doing that. Queen Jean was right that it did help with her self-confidence. But as much as it's doing that, the overall goal is a failure. Because her goal is to become a better leader for her team, and she's not succeeding at that. And I don't think she sees it. I don't. And the fact that she's, like, not even coming home after and everything, after this entire event, it's like, okay, this is leading to some interesting places, and I genuinely think this is going to come down to, like, an actual fight against Joe. Joe's going to end up going too far in whatever way, and the rest of the local heroes are going to have to actually fight her. Like, not quite to the level, I mean, beyond the level we've seen here in this episode. And that's probably going to have to be her wake-up call. Realizing that no one else wants her like this except Queen Jean. And, like, she's not even questioning anything about why Queen Jean is, like, so supportive of this while everyone else is not. Because honestly, if that were the case, I would be, like, extremely questioning about that. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that's going to go at this point. But this episode, I wouldn't say made Queen Jean come across as, like, more antagonistic, but almost cocky, I would say. She is very much believing that she is doing what needs to be done here. She very much supports Joe's, for lack of a better word, downfall here. And that's not great. Like I said before, though, I don't think it's out of any ill will. I don't think she's a secret villain, though that would be interesting. Um, I think it's just a matter of she's trying to help in the way that she knows how. And I believe I went on an entire thing about this last time. Like, this is what she knows of in regards to stuff like excuse me, stuff like being a good leader and, succeeding and whatnot. But it's not going to work out well. It's already not working out well. So yeah, that's lovely. Crush seems pretty cool. Though I do kind of feel like they missed out on a funny joke. When Crush lost her power stone, her ring of power, stone of power, I guess. It's not really in ring form. But when she lost the ability to, take all those hits and all that damage and pain because of the stone absorbing and releasing pain via kinetic energy. They could have easily done a joke that has been done plenty before, but is almost always funny. And it's they could have had her it be revealed that she's super averse to pain, she really pain will really hurt her. And so it's oh, Joe takes the ring, all of a sudden she's screaming because she's in lava. That would have been funny as fuck, honestly. But instead it just went oh yeah, she's still tough, she's still badass. It's just the ring helps her and everything. And it's just okay. I mean, a little boring, I think. Not as fun, but whatever. Excuse me. She was still pretty cool, and the announcers were ridiculous. A lot of air horns. So many goddamn air horns. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun episode seeing Joe take care of everyone like that, showing that she's also getting better with her with the powers of the rings and all. That's just genuinely cool to see. But like I said at the beginning, and like I've been saying, it's still really cool to see other members of the diner, I guess you could say, join in as the local heroes as well. Like Rosa's parents and everything in this episode having the hot and cold stones. Also, that part at the beginning where they're just kind of flirting with each other and everything was honestly really funny. It's okay, that's adorable and funny and what the hell. Though the entire gagging hairball joke was not needed, honestly. Oh, oh my! Why am I yawning so much? But yeah, I had a good time with this episode, as I've been having with pretty much every episode. Uh, I'm very interested to see where this entire plot line with Joe and her mother goes. I'm assuming that it's going to end in a nice way. My thoughts are still that Joe is going to probably really badly fuck up, and or she's going to have to fight her friends, and that's going to wake her up from things. That's my thoughts, my hope, honestly, as to how this is going to go. So yeah, I guess we shall see. But before we close out, I do want to remind you all that we have a lot of great content to check out on the channel, besides just this, I mean. And every Monday through Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions specifically. Mondays, we also do YouTube, or at least YouTube adjacent reactions, anything that doesn't really fit in with a full series or movie reaction. And speaking of movie reactions, we have those every Saturday and Sunday. Though they are pre recorded earlier in the week, I upload them on the weekends just so every day has something going for it. We're also currently going through a couple Let's Plays on the channel. Spider-Man 2 every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and Anno Mutationum every Saturday. Anno Mutationum is a donation reward Let's Play. And if you want to know how to engage in that and donate for a PS5 Let's Play yourself, there's a few videos on the channel to check out, but the most useful one at this point would be the June Double Reward Month announcement video that also brings up PS5 game rewards. If you just search up PS5 and then June Double Reward Month in the same search on the channel, you should find it no problem. But all of that being said, thank you so much as always for tuning in. And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.